Look, guys, you're not going to like this, but this is an emperor is not wearing clothes situation. I have to tell you the truth here because no one else is telling you the truth. You're being lied to. And as the most woke, empty house, billionaire, also very attractive with a great body, business advice guy, and also the most successful YouTuber of all time, there's not a single person who's made more money on YouTube than me. I have to tell you the truth of what's going on right now. I'm just throwing this in. Do you see that lightning strike in this video? That you know this is going to be a fire video because of that. I just had to point that out. There is no shortage of people telling you you're a special snowflake on YouTube, that you can build a business, you can learn how to do it, you can work on the beach, you can open your laptop, and you too can be a successful entrepreneur. There's people telling you that you're special and you have a special gift. I don't know who they're talking about other than me in these videos. There's no one else that can pump out money and is this good looking and can get as much done as me and is naturally that gifted. You have to work at it. I don't. And I hate when people tell you otherwise. So actually that intro is pretty much true. Look, if you look around YouTube, there's no shortage of people telling you that anybody can start a business. You can get the right tactic and you can be successful online. It is bullshit. It is absolute bullshit, but not for the reasons you're thinking about. And I need to explain this to you in about 5 minutes here to make my point. And if you don't have 5 minutes, by all means, go start a business. You're going to waste a ton of money. You're going to buy a bunch of courses and you're not going to get any results. And you're just going to be that person in your family, like that weird uncle who's constantly like going and buying courses and signing up for, I don't know, BitConnect. And everybody looks down on and makes fun of. Don't be that guy. Listen to me. Because if you get this one thing, making money online is actually easy. For example, it's easy for me to make money online. Most people that I know that are talented entrepreneurs, it's really easy for them to make money online because they get this to a certain extent, or they at least they live this. They don't understand they're doing it, but this is why they're successful. As always, guys, also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like these videos because I do run ads to people that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I can do that inside of AdWords. I can target those specific people. And I spend a couple bucks a day and I give away a couple $1,000 worth of courses that I've made in the past. So if you want to see those ads, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. People think that building a successful business has to do with the business. And this is across veteran entrepreneurs and beginner entrepreneurs. This is not just reserved to people starting their first business, okay? And they think it has to do with the tactic, the strategy. For example, in my YouTube consulting group, and this is not for beginners, but what I chronically see is people think, oh, you know, I'm not using the right targeting, I'm not using the right tactic, I haven't copied Alex's ad scripts exactly right. Why isn't my cookie cutter business working? When I look at what beginners are doing online, especially when you look in the comments section, people think, okay, am I using the right tactic? Should I use Amazon FBA? Should I use consulting? Should I do Shopify? In both instances, they always fail because of these mindsets. See, the problem with business is an absolute reflection of you. It is not a business model. It is you and how you operate as a person. Now, this is kind of similar to the you do one thing the way you do everything, but that's not necessarily true. Business, in this case right here, is more so an example of how you view the world and what you think is important, and then also your traits and how you also do things. So it's a combination of two things. Let me explain. When I first got started into business, I cared about money. I was disorganized. I had an ego. I wanted to feel important and look important. I was not disciplined. I didn't understand how to focus. I was short-sighted. I was not disciplined financially. I didn't really care about other people in my life or other people in general. I didn't have discipline in my life with my diet, with my sleep patterns, with my behavior as a person. I'd be out partying. I was extremely inconsistent behavior-wise. And my one saving grace, I suppose, was almost the pain that came from my previous life of being in the Air Force, of wanting to make money, but then also wanting to be, I almost think insecurity almost. And that was the drive behind the business. I wanted to make a lot of money to seem cool and seem important. And so this is me being pretty vulnerable with you right here, because I want to make this point right here. My business was a perfect reflection of me. I didn't have the best people working for me because I couldn't attract the best people. My business was super disorganized. I was working on 10 different things. My business results were up and down, and my businesses were all over the place. My businesses were very disorganized and not organized and segmented in a way that they were easy to manage. Every part of the business was focused around me and how can I get more famous on the internet, or how can I grow my income more, or how can I seem more important online. It was all a perfect reflection of me. all a perfect reflection of me. And because of all these things, I really didn't ever get much traction past a certain point in business. I got stuck for almost the better part of a decade. And guys, just to put this in perspective so you know where it was, very early in my career, I suppose just my frustration and anger and insecurity pushed me well past $1 million a year, an annual income. But the thing is, after I got to about 2, then I just sank to like 1, 2, and just kind of like bounce around. And there's this wall. And I'm like, why can't I get past this wall? And what a lot of beginner entrepreneurs do, and a lot of people at my level where I was at right here, there's this wall and they don't know why. And they try to outdo it by doing lots of different businesses or business tactics or learning some strategy, when the problem is the person who's trying to get past the wall. It's not the wall, it's the person. It's the person. Let me explain a bit more. And my business didn't really start to grow, and I didn't really start to see results in my business until I started addressing these things. My business didn't skyrocket after I found some magic tactic. My business started to skyrocket when I learned discipline and how to organize it better. My business actually started skyrocketing when I learned how to make my damn bed and gain some damn discipline in my life. My business started to skyrocket when I started thinking, hey, screw you, dude. You're not important. What about the customer? What about your team? I started getting great team members who could make great products when I started going, how can I take care of these people better? How can I allow them to do better work? How can I allow these people to get more opportunities? I started getting more customers than I could handle when I started saying, hey, let's just not even worry about making money right now. Let's worry about the customer and what they're doing about. My staff started performing at a higher level, and I started attracting more trustworthy people when I started thinking, how can I be more trustworthy for these people? How can it be less about me? And then to a lesser extent, all the things that come into place, like being minimalistic and focusing on simplicity in my life, focusing on being extremely financially disciplined, focused on being extremely organized, or at least removing all the things I don't need so organization is easy, focusing on extreme discipline with my diet and my behavior and my hobbies. These all started to come out through the business, and that's when the business started to grow. When my views on people, my views on sacrifice, my views on what was important, when my insecurities were removed, that's when my business really started to grow and became 10 times more rewarding. 10 times more rewarding. At Hyros right now, we literally have to turn off our ads because we're getting too many customers, and the testimonials, they blot out the sun. And you can't join Hyros. It's not the target demographic for this channel. I'm not even selling it to you right now. I'm saying it's just working really well, and it's fun, and I love the people I work with. And this is an example of me applying this at a higher level. But when I look at beginners and I look at people getting started, or even veteran entrepreneurs, the reason they can't get started, the reason they can't get going, is because they don't work on themselves. If you want your business to succeed, work on yourself. Work on your views, work on your opinions, because nothing is going to work until you work on that. For example, most beginners get in, they don't know how to focus on one thing. They don't know how to do good work. They can't make their bed, for lack of better words. They're extremely disorganized. They have no discipline in their life. They have tons of bad people. They're not able to remove bad things from their life. Their goals are super short-sighted. It's make money now, make money now, make money now. If you go look in any beginner group, the last thing talked about is the customer. The last thing talked about is the customer. And the last thing they actually care about is delivering anything good, because most beginners get into the business model, and I get it. This is not hating on beginners. This isn't a character fault. This is how everybody thinks when they first get in the business. They're not pursuing mastery. They're not pursuing getting good. They're not trying to do hard, great work. They're not trying to become good at something. They're trying to cash out super quickly. And all their flaws, all their personality traits that they haven't dealt with, all their insecurities come leaking out into the business. Instead of paying employees on time, they hold money in. Instead of trying to get better employees, they take short-term decisions. The way your business operates, the amount of progress you make, it's all going to come down to your views on life and your views on people, your ability to make really good decisions, and your discipline as a person, and your ability to actually manage your own life. If you go look in my house, for example, I want to state, because it's so easy for me to seem like I'm just some guru sitting on a hill right now saying this is how you should live. The only reason I can tell you these things is because I'm the pinnacle of all these mistakes, and it took me really suffering the consequences of these mistakes to change. But if you go look in my house right now, you open all the drawers up, there's nothing in any drawers in my house except for essential things. Maybe a book or something like that. I know what's in every single drawer of my house. If you look at my diet, it's extremely rigid. If you look at my lifestyle and how I live my life, it's completely long-term focused instead of short-term focused. I don't allow distractions into my life, and I practice extreme focus in my life because if I don't do that, it comes out in the business. And in my life, I focus on things that allow me to master things, and I don't focus on short-term results like money. I don't focus on my ego, at least not as much as I used to. And it's still always a challenge. It's still always a challenge to get rid of your ego. You're always going to have that little dark creature telling you to focus on the wrong things. And it gets harder and harder to detect, but it's still there. But because of that, I'm able to put the people first in my business. I'm able to put the customer first. I'm able to actually start really thinking clearly about how to build a great business instead of how to push myself forward and push myself in the game. And as a result of that, the businesses work 10 times better. The people work 10 times better, and the customers are 10 times happier, which is really the key to business, because your business is a product, and your product is your people. And in order for your business to succeed, you have to have a wonderful product that people enjoy and absolutely love. That's the ultimate key to business. You can have the best marketing on planet Earth and be a super famous whatchamacallit. You see how it works for certain people when they do that. They never go to that next level. I was in business for almost a decade so far, and while I've made money, I've built pretty good businesses. I've never had a business go the true distance. And by true distance, I mean those $50 million, $100 million exits, building a company where you have a giant building with your logo on the side of it and a staff full of wonderful people. I've never built a business that's gone that distance. And we're working on that right now. And I think we're headed in that direction. And it's because every bad trait you have, everything you won't choose to discipline yourself in, it is going to come out in your business. Your views, how you think about the world, it is going to be in the business. Your business is a reflection of yourself. Your scarcity mindset going to come out in your business and your business decisions. Your views on money going to come out in your business and your business decisions. Your inability to be consistent, your inability to be organized, your inability to see the bigger picture, your inability to put your ego aside and listen to other people and actually consider yourself the dumbest person in the room and just listen, going to come out in your business. I can't tell you how many businesses fail because the CEO thinks he's smart. He thinks he's the smartest person in the room, and they don't listen to other people. Your inability to take criticism going to come out in your business because you're going to have all your employees seeing you do stupid stuff, and no one's going to speak up. No one's going to speak up, and you're going to run into an emperor wearing no clothes situation. It is going to happen over and over and over again. Your ability not to get tons of work done and be motivated because you won't gain discipline in your other part of your life, it's going to come out in your business. You're not going to get anything done. Your inability to think long-term is going to constantly lead you to short-term decisions that lead you to never actually getting that first business started and working. Your inability to see the big picture and think long-term and think about how do I gain mastery first, it's going to come out in your business. And that's why whatever tactic you're using, it's not going to work. And so this is why beginners, when people tell you you're a special snowflake and you have unique talents that are going to allow you to start a business, it is bullshit. Most people, including myself, they don't have any discipline in their life. They don't have any ability to see the big picture. They don't care about people the way they should. And their egos are the size of the moon because they haven't addressed it yet. You are not a special snowflake. You are not. You don't have some unique talent and gift you can give to the world because you haven't earned it. In fact, you are a giant dumpster turd. And you need to refine yourself and refine yourself and refine yourself so that dumpster turd doesn't come out in your business. That's the truth. When people tell you that you can go build a business and become a successful entrepreneur, it is because you have not refined yourself. And it's not because they're lying to you. It's not because you're being scammed. It's not because you're being scammed. It's because they don't understand and you don't understand. Your business is simply a reflection of yourself. Is a reflection of yourself. If you're super angry and motivated and self-driven to focus on yourself, to make up for insecurities or fix whatever void you have in your life, you will get a lot of traction in business, but you will never go to distance. You will go up and you will go down. You will go up and you will go down. And you will never go to distance, and you'll constantly keep making mistakes, and you won't know why. It's because you're just looking at yourself in the mirror. And so if you want to grow your business, you want to be successful, stop focusing on tactics, stop focusing on business models, and just work on yourself. Now, I'm not saying go sit in a meditation camp and sing haikus to yourself. No. I'm saying start taking a hard look in the mirror and facing every negative thing about you. Look at your insecurities. Look at the things you're doing. Look at where you're selfish. Look at where you're taking the short-term routes in your own life. Look at your damn bedroom. Do you want to know the number one sign that a person's unsuccessful and not good at managing a business? Look at their bedroom. There's crap everywhere. There's junk everywhere. Go open the drawers in your house. Go look in your attic. When I was living in my big giant house, my house was full of so much junk. So much junk. Guess what my business had? Tons of junk everywhere. Super disorganized. No systems, no anything. You are your business, like it or not. There is no escaping yourself. So if you want to work on your business, work on yourself. That's it. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I do run ads to people that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I can target you specifically in AdWords. If you want to see that, I give away, I only spend a couple bucks a day on these ads, so they're kind of rare, but if you want to see these ads, they give away thousands of dollars of my past courses. I don't sell beginner courses anymore, but the ones in the past, I'll just give them to you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We also run live streams on the weekend, and you will not see those if you're not subscribed and hitting the notification bell. That's it. This has been Becker. I'll see you in the next video.